A bundle of flowers, we can give Ma a stock.
That's right. We just said
that can just cherish and bloom forever. So today we're going to talk about the daddies because their big time is coming up at the end of the. I know you're a daddy.
All right,
congratulations!
All right,
you all wear many different hats. You're breadwinners, and kids look up to their dad, and this is the opportunity for dads to set the stage in regards to legacy building.
Okay.
And a lot of dads that I talk with say, I can't do that, I'm preparing for now, making it happen now so you can go to school and have a decent education. It doesn't take a lot. You could put $20 away in a educational savings plan. Might not be enough to fund it the entire time frame, but you have something opposed to nothing.
So you're saying small victories, right?
Small victories.
Small investments can go a long way.
They can go a long way. Start sharing with your kids when you get paid every 2 weeks or once a week and you're taking care of your monthly, weekly, bi-weekly obligations. Bring the kids in so they can see, okay, daddy made $978 and he has this bill to pay, this bill to pay, and this bill to pay, and he's going to put some money in the savings account. Let them see exactly how the money played out and how the bills were paid and that you gave back, you paid yourself from that process. Teach them how to save. Take them to the bank. Fill out a deposit slip so they can see money going in when the statements come. You share the statements with them so they can see, yes, we're making money. Not a lot.
I like this conversation.
But it's something. You got to start.
My wife and I just had, I guess it was divine. We just had this conversation. My 7-year-old, Kirsten, I think she's a bigger star of the show than I am. She saw me with a handful of money. And so she said, oh, Dad, you got a lot of money. I said, no, Daddy's about to pay bills. So this money's about to diminish. She was like, well, what does that mean? What are you about to do with it? So I kind of had to explain to her, well, NIPSCO, rent, the daycare that you're in, like the summer program you're in. This is where this money is going. And so I broke down like chores that she does. And we give her $1 for her chores, which may be like not a lot according to today's standards, so we don't look at me. But we explained everything and she began to, the light bulb came on. I don't know how much she was able to grasp, but from that, my wife and I said, we really want to take more time out to explain that whole process, and what you just said makes a whole lot of sense. Do you think that's done enough in the black community?
I don't think it is done enough. As a matter of fact, it is almost unheard of. And that's why I'm speaking of this, because our kids, and it's just how we have been raised. They go to their parents, their culture. Thank you, their culture. They go to their parents and say, Mom, I need some money. Oh, I don't have it. Or if they do have it, they give it to them and that's it. But they don't know the makings of that money in order for them to get that money in their hand. So you want to take them through the process and just let them see, okay, this is what the check was, $975. I'll get it again in 2 weeks. These are all the obligations. Oh, well, Mom, you got to pay all those bills? We can't go out to eat. Yes. That's a treat. That's not something that just that normally happens. That's a treat that we give ourselves because we have done something that we want to reward ourselves for.
Because if you don't know the process, you're only responsible for what you know. So of course the kids are going to ask, can I have?
Right.
Because they think that money grows on trees. But they think that it just comes from the trees. Just pick it and grab it, but they don't understand the weight behind it. You work for it and you have to allot it for certain things.
And I would also say that not only doing that, but also just saying, I want to leave a legacy behind. I want to plan for the future. Look at statistics, and you can see people that look like us. They don't, my dad transitioned, okay, so they had a burial policy, and it wasn't enough in the burial policy. So now, while we're grieving, we're trying to figure out where we're going to get the rest of the money from. So that's one situation that you just want to make that situation an unknown. We've never heard of that because that's not how we operate within our family culture.
And that happens a lot in this.
Oh yeah, it happens a lot.
As a pastor in Chelsea, you were saying, you know, I was a preacher, but as a pastor, you see that I've done funerals, and some of the family didn't have enough to bury their loved one, you know, and that hurts when you see that somebody who is aged, and you're thinking that these things are taken care of, but they're not.
They're not.
So the family gets hit with it.
And again, it comes back to discussions. And we have to get away from saying, we're looking, no, I'm not going to sit down and talk with you because you're getting ready to make some money off of me. Get that mindset out of your mind. And at the end of the day, you're trying to make sure that your house is in order. I mean, you taking care of all the responsibilities that you need to take care, and that's the biggest issue that we have. We don't leave anything behind. We lose things because of the fact that we haven't done proper care. We haven't told our kids, our nieces, our nephews exactly what we have, where the paperwork is, what kind of obligations. So there's so many little pieces, and if you just think about these little pieces, if we could just do something so that we could make sure that everything is in place, so when we're not able to talk, we have grown cold, that everything that we have worked for, we won't lose. Because you have somebody to come right behind us and just take it up, snatch it up for like pennies on the dollar.
Pennies on the dollar.
Because
everything you work for, because proper planning wasn't in
proper
place.
planning.
What else you got for us, Delta?
So, again, this is Daddy's week, and so I just asked the dads to just reach out to the family members and just, you know, share this information with them. And not only share this information, but also just check their situation to see exactly how they are in line. What's going on with your place of employment? Do you have life insurance on your place of employment? Is it portable, or does it expire once you retire? What kind of pension plan do you have on your job? What benefits are they going to give you? Are they just for you, or are you going to leave an option whereas if something were to happen to you prematurely, that your kids would, or your wife will be able to receive a portion of your pension? Do you have a 401k plan? What's going on with the 401k plan? I was out at a conference, and I just so happened to speak with the lady, and she says, oh my God, you are the person I need to speak with. And I said, really? And she says, yes, because my husband died. And she said, my husband died, and so we got the money. And she said, believe it or not, I kind of was amazed because my husband kept telling me he had this $300,000 life insurance policy, Delta, but it was accidental death. He died in his sleep.
Oh, wow.
I was like, okay. She said, so I said, so what happened? She said, well, you know, he hadn't retired yet, so I got the money from his job, and I got a piece of a pension, and yeah, I just got off the phone with the 401k people before I got here. They just sent the money over to my account. They sent the money from his 401k over to your checking account. She says, yes. I said, why did you do that? She said, well, I didn't know. I said, no, we have 60 days. I'm going to call you on Monday. We're sending that money back. She said, Delta, see, when you don't know, you don't know. So mind you, she didn't took this 401k. So let's just say it was $200,000. You do the math. You just do 20% of interest on that. I mean, 20% of taxes on that, because she's eligible to receive it. But she's still working. So let's just say she's making $100,000. So now you have the $200,000 that she got, that they're going to classify that as income now. She's already paid 20% on it, but they might say she needs to pay more because she's in a higher bracket. So with that being said, was the money really beneficial for her, or was it something that hurt her in the end?
Right.
So, discussions, just talking with an advisor. It is so important that you sit down and you speak with someone, because this is not a topic that we talk about every day.